Welcome to the Heart to Heartland podcast. Here are your hosts.
We are back.
Hi.
We're still at Jenna's house.
Yeah.
We are with
So
Jenna. I fly home tomorrow. It's
Yeah.
Tuesday, so I fly home on Wednesday.
so just like last week, we have Isabelle, Jenna, and me, Soile here. So it's
The
gonna
whole
be
squad's here.
another interesting episode, I think.
Yes, we have a lot of cool stuff again. I know
Yeah.
I say that every week, but I get excited.
Yeah.
This is why I had to go into the museum and people not know I'm a fan, because this is how I am. This is embarrassing.
You have like your public persona, and then you have this.
Yeah, don't sully my reputation.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I could literally care less what people
You were
think.
like, oh, do you want my autograph?
Yeah,
And they're like, okay,
Who are you?
Anyway, we're trying to keep this going because there are a lot of things we want to talk about
Yes.
today. And starting from season 15, right as we're filming this is the last day of filming season 15. But actually, as you're listening to this, like it's been a couple of days, and the premiere is less than a month away. So
Yeah, it's a few weeks away.
yeah. So we asked from you on Instagram, what are some of the things you are looking forward to in season 15 based on what you know so far, or just what you wish to see.
And we know a lot, so
Yeah. So Osrin Lareza said Amy working with more horses, and Amy and Lindy. A lot of people were saying this. Then Amanda Susak. Sorry.
We try.
That's
all we have to say.
I don't know how to space this, so I don't know if that's one
Yeah,
word.
usernames can be hard to read.
Yeah, but anyway, you can go see these on Instagram if you want to get those names right. But they said Tim finally getting married.
Yes.
Curious to know about Georgie. I'd like to see Lisa a little more, but not as a babysitter. Then
that's what made me laugh when I saw it. I was like, yep, they get it.
Yeah, like people now.
They've been around for a while if they know what that comment means.
Yeah. And then Barbie Suki said Amy and horses, Amy and family, Heartland, Amber and Amy. Then no context, Heartland said Lou and Rick scenes and Katie getting bigger plot lines.
Oh dear God. Okay, so that's the thing though. I'm very excited, and this actress seems to fit in well, but it's how tall she is that drives me nuts. Is it possible to grow that much in a year? No, seriously. I'm being serious. Does anyone know?
I mean, you have growth spurts, but I don't know if it's that dramatic.
Because that's a couple feet, is it not? Like,
yeah, but I
2 feet.
I
She
kind of
also looks completely different.
I mean, I
how many
kind of
times has the eye color changed?
I kind of hope that they kind of make fun of it in a way.
I hope so. I hope they bring it up instead of avoiding it.
Something like Lou being in the kitchen with her, and then
Stop growing.
yeah, Katie's reaching out something, and she's like, "Oh, I got it, honey," and she's like, "I got it, Mom. I'm tall now. Remember?" or something like.
Literally almost taller than
Or
her.
like them having to buy her school clothes or something and being like, oh, you've grown 5 pant sizes this year. Or something.
That's a good one. Because I want it to be kind of like wink, wink, like we know. But then Alberta Treams said, just seeing Amy finding happiness again, and of course some good Jesus scenes. And then Barb 5532, I'm looking forward to a nice summer wedding. The new cast members.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I've been waiting for a summer wedding, so.
Oh my God, I didn't even freaking realize it's the only summer wedding on the show.
And it happens to be Tim and Jessica.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt. That's just weird.
Jesus scenes and the Liberty work. I am also looking forward to seeing Rick on a horse.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
I feel like Rick is this new character. Like, I mean, we've seen him before, but I feel like they've just written so much more into his character from what we've seen, at least.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I hope
He seemed like he really just came out. He was just kind of like in the back, like, I don't know, like they kind of did with Scott, and now he's like, surprise, Shotty.
Yeah. He was supporting character, and now he seems to step into more like fleshed out version.
I really hope they don't write him into like a flamboyant character, though. Like, you know,
Like too gay. You know what I
like
mean?
too
Like
cliche, like
Yeah.
stereotype, like
because
I mean,
then that's just kind of making fun of it in a way.
Yeah,
It's like don't need to overexert it.
yeah,
I
because
feel like
there's
people will almost dislike his character if they do it like that.
yeah, because that's the
that.
thing. Like
Base.
they don't have any other, I don't know, openly LGBTQ characters, so it's like you have to do it right and keep that balance. Because some gay people are like that, but it's
Absolutely.
but like it's just like you could show a different side to that.
Yeah, there's no need to over gay it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
bringing in an LGBTQ character was enough. They don't need to like he's gay and we know it. You don't
Yeah.
need to do any more.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
I'm excited to see how him and Lou react together, though, because I feel like that's
Yeah.
just
They
like
have
one of
good
her own.
chemistry bouncing off of each other. It's great.
But Lou also has very few friends. Same with Amy. It's nice that there's a character that Lou can, I don't know, talk to. And
I feel like at this point too, Jessica and Lou are probably friends, right? Would you say that?
Yeah, I think so. But I also feel like Rick.
her new stepmom.
Yeah.
Triggered.
But I also feel like Rick is kind of one of the few people who were like able to get through to Lou in a way,
Right.
or I don't know
Right.
how to explain it, but like he knows what he's dealing with in a way.
Yeah, he's I think Lou almost is scared of him sometimes because he's like really intimidating.
Yeah.
He can be. And she's like, okay.
Yeah. Going
They
to be
tend to write
interesting.
Lou as an over-the-top character sometimes,
fair
so
enough.
maybe it'll balance each other out.
That's
True.
probably why they work, because he's
Yeah.
like, no, and she's like, yeah. Because when it comes to like the Peter and Mitch thing, Rick was like, listen, you're nuts. Like, stop. And he's like the common sense in the
Yeah, like the
It's fun.
chimney cricket or whatever
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of character.
Her conscience.
Yeah. Then Stephanie Rowe said, hopefully seeing Tim and Jessica get married, seeing Amy doing Liberty work along with sweet moments with her daughter. Because I don't know if you mentioned this, but there was a Dark Horse trailer on
Right.
set. Yeah.
Right. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. And then and hopefully we'll see some cute Jesus scenes. I'm also looking forward to getting to know the new character and seeing what he brings to the show, which is something we'll talk about later on. Last thing, I really hope we see the man that killed Ty and how Amy handles the situation. That will for sure make an interesting episode. And then Abby Rose 5 said, Katie and Lou scenes, Liberty work, and Jessica's wedding with Tim. More Chisa and not as babysitters.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about it.
That was from Susan Wakely. And then
Love it.
Orieli HL. Amy working with horses. Beautiful moment between Jack and Amy and Jesus scenes. There are a lot of Jack and Lisa fans in the comments, which I love.
I know. Well, it's funny because like Ty's rip, so it's like everyone's just like Jisa.
Yeah. And
I'm
I think
my glory.
after season 15, they might be like Tim and Jessica, you know.
Right? And I wouldn't even be mad about that.
What I look forward to most is like, Tim and Jessica's wedding. I wonder what Jack's role will be in their wedding.
Right. Because it's either gonna I'm wondering if I'm assuming best man or minister, right? Is this what we talked about?
Yeah.
Right.
In some
I'm just excited
episode.
for like Tim and Jack scenes this season because I think like
Mm.
the last few seasons, it's been really, they've either been hostile towards each other, or like Jack and Tim both grieving Ty, or like you know, like it hasn't been
Tension.
a lot of the other seasons. It's been like there's some moments where they're having fun together, you know, with the cattle, or it's nothing like they're each other's best friends. Don't even.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
out me on that.
Yeah. And
Well,
the-
remember, that's just like Jack and Lisa's wedding, like that moment with Jack and Tim. Like, I hope that's gonna be what it's like, right, for
Mhm.
Tim's wedding.
yeah, because like whether Tim admits it, I don't know if I don't remember
Right.
if he has, but like Jack is probably the closest person to him in the world.
Absolutely. Oh, for
And,
sure.
You know, Jessica will come to be that important
Yes.
person as well, but you know, Jack's been through a lot.
Oh, they've been through a lifetime together,
Yeah.
it feels like.
And then Lisa can forever said Jessica and Tim as a couple, and Madison Innes underscore Gisa said Jesus scenes.
Yes.
So thanks for those. Some people mentioned the new character, and on last Thursday's official blog post, it was said that Drew Davis will play Logan, and they introduced him on the blog, saying in Heartland season 15, Logan is a 17-year-old troubled soul who masks his insecurity with cocky bravado or bravado. I don't know how to say that. He's a
I don't know
moody
either.
he's a moody rebel who to whom everything is a joke. He can be a naturally charismatic ringleader at times, but coolly disinterested and detached with others. But all of his coolness is a front. Underneath, he takes things very seriously with intense emotions just under the surface. Logan has a gift that he doesn't even know about until he meets Amy.
I wonder if he's gonna be one of like the kids that Clint brings to the ranch or something.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how they'll bring him into the show.
Yeah, I think.
It sounds so familiar, though. Like, haven't we not had characters like this before?
Yeah, like that was my first thought as well. Like kind of like Ty, but also a little bit Badger. But
I was thinking that too, like a mixture of Ty and Badger. It's like,
but I also wanna see him first.
yeah, we'll know
before-
it when we see it,
Yeah, because you know sometimes these things are like okay, like
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Who knows what's gonna happen after we see it?
The actor that plays this character, he posted pictures of him learning to ride a horse. I seen this morning on Instagram, actually.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh, he's probably gonna be a horse
we'll
whisperer.
see him on a horse.
yeah,
He has
Yeah.
a gift. He has the gift.
The gift.
Yeah.
The gift.
and like some of the people mentioned when I posted this Instagram story asking what people were thinking about, you know, first thoughts. Someone has said that maybe he's one of the kids Cooper has on his ranch.
Oh,
So that would also make sense.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Abby Rose responded to the story. I'm excited, but like we've had Ty, Luke, and Georgie and Badger. So yeah, it's kind of a mixture. The description is kind of a mixture of them.
It would be nice if they brought in a little bit more of a diverse storyline for him.
Mm, yeah.
And like, why are they always guys?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Is it always guys that they bring?
well, there was Georgie, but
Yeah.
look, she ended up staying and became part of the family.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I
True.
saw some people saying like, "Oh, Katie's new boyfriend," and I'm like, I had that like for a second. I had that thought because you know you can't bring in like 17-year-old unless he has a romantic relationship. But in the same blog post, they confirmed that Katie is 12, just like her actress. So,
What?
so no way. I don't think
Well,
so. Yeah. So I don't think so. But like I had
that math don't add up, does
Yeah.
it?
Maybe
Yeah.
she'll have like a little crush on him, but it won't be nothing
yeah,
serious.
kind of like Mallory and
She's a
Travis.
child. He's
Yeah.
he's 17, so he's technically a child.
Yeah, but not for long. I
We'll see.
guess. Yeah, but anyway, I thought I'd mention that because it's fun to listen back maybe and be like, I
Speculate,
can't
yeah.
believe people thought that.
I know. That's what I'm like. What the heck? That's what I'm like right now. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
That didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah.
It did now, and now it's stuck. Because that's what they did. Well, that's what they were going to do with Georgie and Clay.
Yeah.
But then they're like, oh, he's too old. Thank
Yeah.
God. I hope they don't do that here.
Yeah, because I hate that because generally I'm not the kind of person that thinks that every character needs to have a romantic
Yeah.
storyline. But Heartland has a history of, pairing everyone up. Jeff comes, Jade has a thing with him, like, okay, like.
And then
Or
Clay.
yeah. So my brain is kind of wired on this
To think that that's what's going to happen. Yeah.
because Heartland does that a lot.
I mean, Georgie and Clay didn't work out, so then she went with Wyatt.
Yeah. Well, that's true. They did the same thing with Georgie, like Steven, Adam. What's the other guy's name? Wyatt. And then now,
Wyatt.
what's his name?
Quinn.
Quinn.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's been so
Hold
long.
on. Who was the one that was when she was like jumping and stuff? There was that other guy too.
Oh.
Nobody liked him.
Dylan.
Yes. See,
Yeah.
that's like a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Like, so that's why I had that little moment of like, who are they going to pair him up with?
If they would have brought like someone closer to the character Katie's age, then I'd be like, okay, sure.
Yeah,
Like if they brought a 15-year-old,
but
okay, maybe, sure.
But I also kind of hope that they don't feel the need to pair Katie with someone who she's gonna be for the rest of her life, because that doesn't always happen.
Child.
Yeah.
I hope they don't think she needs to be pairing up with anybody right now.
Yeah.
A child.
I agree.
Child.
Yeah.
She should
So
learn from her mother's history.
Oh,
controversial.
Canceled.
But yeah, I hope that they do other kind of storylines with Katie's character, because it's like, come on, like people can't do anything else. Because like with Mallory, like sure she had that thing with Jake, but she didn't always. It was never.
It was
just about that. It was like
never
a long timeline.
Yeah, it was like years timeline, and they did that was like a one-time thing. They've never done that with any other character. So from that young, right?
Yeah.
From that young to, because Georgie, no.
Well, how old was Amy when
she was 15?
Yeah, but Mallory was like 12 when they met.
No, I just was thinking, how old was Amy when her and Ty met? Because maybe that's, if Heartland lasts so long, maybe they'll find Katie somebody at a certain age.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got to appeal to the younger generation somehow.
Right.
Because they did other things with Georgie as well when she was like 12. Like she was playing the recorder and like things like that, like kid stuff. So I hope they
hated ballet and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, then Linda Tittle said, I'm always excited to see what a new character will bring to the show. My guess is this will be one of the kids that Cooper will bring to his ranch to help heal.
Yeah.
So that was one of the messages that I think might be.
I mean, they're gonna push the Amy Cooper thing, I think.
But the thing is, I don't know if Adrian. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, no, I know.
I don't know if he has actually been on set a lot. So
that's a good point.
Yeah, but maybe they just haven't posted about it. Like maybe.
I just want to laugh at that comment that was left on his Instagram.
What was left on his Instagram?
Remember Carrie commented?
On what?
It was like a picture of him or something, and then he was like, a way to go or whatever.
Oh my god.
I can't remember.
What?
Anyways. It was funny. It was spicy.
Oh jeez, okay.
Then new chat gallery said, a new horse whisperer. which is something we also
Yeah, that's
talked
what
about.
my
Like,
guess
is that the gift? Then Ripplish 20 said, my speculation is that he is one of the troubled youth in Cooper's program, and he discovers with Amy's help that he has a natural connection with horses. And then Thaisa Campos said, the season 15 synopsis says Amy is determined to leave a legacy. I believe this kid will remind Amy a lot of Ty when he first came. She would be following exactly her mother's footsteps by helping him turn his life around. And the blog mentions he might have a gift, maybe with horses. So that could be Amy passing the torch somehow in the future. As the way the blog introduced him, he seems to be a main character now. That would bring her very close to Cooper, though, to my sadness. Haha.
Okay, if he's on the poster, I'm rioting.
I hope that the poster isn't like Photoshop fail again.
Like I would anything but some. Oh my god!
Who do you
Please don't
think
be on the.
is on the poster? Like,
Oh my god! I hope it's the whole family, and I pray that Jessica Steen will be on it.
I think that it will have Amy and Lindy in the front,
Mm.
and I think it will have like Tim and Jessica, and then like Lou and
You think
Katie,
Jessica, like Tim and Jessica, will
and
be on
I
it?
think Jack and Lisa will be on it, and I think they'll all kind of be by themselves in like kind of in a group. And then I think what is the horse that Amy was working with last season?
Shadow.
I think Shadow will be there, and I don't think Spartan will be there.
Dun, dun,
Oh, that's
dun.
controversial.
Yeah, I think that is something I would hope would happen, like them all being on the poster. But I understand last year they had to kind of keep it a secret that Ty's not there, so it would have been weird if everyone else would have been there, but then there would have been no Ty because people were already like, where's Ty?
I wonder how they'll do the season trailer, because
Mm.
I watched the extended trailer from last year, and it was like parts of Amy's dream and stuff. So Ty
Yeah.
was still there, but
Well, that's what they tried to do. They're like, oh yeah, Graham's on the show, so that people would think he's on the show.
Yeah.
Right.
And they had a lot of, well, I don't know, a lot of, but there were a couple of scenes that didn't make to the show. And I think it was partly because they, like, maybe they filmed some extra, or I don't know, to make it seem like Ty was still there. Because there's a scene with Amy on the bed and she's talking to Ty's ghost, but that never happened. And then there's...
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I was like, I watched that episode and I'm like, was he not supposed to be in this scene?
Yeah. So, I think they were kind of misleading on purpose, but I don't know if this year they need to.
Do you think they filmed some of that stuff and then never ended up showing it in case they ever wanted to have like Amy have like a dream or like reminisce about Ty and her or something?
Maybe.
Probably because they're not going to get Graham back. So
yeah. Then this person also added, at first when I heard about him a couple of days ago, I thought he could be a friend of Katie's, but now that she could have some storylines for herself. But 17 years old? Nah, totally an Amy and Cooper thing. And then someone called Pam Durrell said, Luke. Then a friend of the podcast, Smoking Holsters, said, my assumption is he's a chumper. So those were some of the guesses.
that's a really good guess. I would
Yeah.
have never.
I would really love to see more rodeo stuff rather than jumping, because we've seen a lot of jumping in these past however many seasons.
That's true. I do prefer the rodeo over the jumping.
Seems like Georgie's not there. She was kind of the jumper. So I think it was done well in a way that Amy was the, Liberty training and kind of the healing horses aspect, and then we had Georgie jumping, and then Jade with the bronc. Yeah, so I wonder if this season is very healing horses heavy.
I mean, Caleb has been like Carrie James has been on
true.
set, so maybe there'll be some stuff with like the rodeo school. I don't know. I find that more interesting than the jumping, because the jumping causes a lot of unnecessary drama.
Yeah, and I think
Yes.
it's kind of the same old in a way.
Right. Like we've done this. Like
Yeah.
we know this. Please
Yeah.
find another something.
But I do think it's interesting because when Carrie posted from the set of this block, they had scenes with him riding with the helmet. Seems like he's not just doing, rodeo stuff.
Well, they don't have the whole cast, so they gotta make do with what they have.
Yeah.
How come I got him a new hat the last block of film?
Like literally, that's what I was.
They were like, "You need to come back next year because you have this new hat." Remember?
We've
Let's
talked about
hope so.
it a couple times. Like,
So random.
Yeah.
I wonder, and like, too, Caleb and Cass had a baby. How are they gonna write the child into the storylines?
Yeah.
Give that baby a kiss for me. That's what's gonna happen.
Like,
Like
bye
all the
bye. Click. But I also think that because last season Caleb was kind of like, I'm done. He might have some kind of identity crisis this season because he did that
Life crisis.
that whole lumberjack thing as well with the
Right.
and he's hanging out this guy who's played by Sean Givas Lessard or whatever his name was. So I do wonder if he has like a new friend or rivalry or something.
I wonder if, because I've seen that too, if he, has a new friendship, but I wonder if he'll feel remorse that, oh, I'm doing these things I would have done with Ty, or like to still have that continuity, like, like keeping it like, oh, Ty's my best friend, but like he's no longer, right?
That's a good point, because we didn't really see him more Ty that much last season, but we know they were close, so of course he would have those feelings more than just about like being a new father and changing his lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then in other news, I thought it was interesting that Heartland has made it once again top 10 most watched. This is in total minutes viewed on Netflix in the US, because I believe they only have 13 seasons so far, but like people keep rewatching and rewatching, so I
probably they got nothing else to do.
Tomorrow in Canada, I know Netflix is getting the 14th season.
Thank you for reminding. Yeah,
thanks for reminding us. Actually,
like,
that's
she's
great.
good at this. Like, we should hire her.
I just remember because that's the day you're leaving.
Yeah.
Depressing.
Let's freaking hope the airport's giving me a hack. So let's freaking hope they let me go home. Jeez.
Yeah.
My fingers are not crossed. You have to stay.
I don't have a car. I'm just supposed to like never leave.
And then,
anyways,
Alicia has a new show coming out, or not coming out, or she's filming at the moment. I think so. This show, Netflix show called Devil in Ohio, starring Emily Deschanel, or however you say her name, from Bones. That's huge.
That is really huge. It is. I'm so proud of her.
Yeah.
Really exciting.
I mean, we know that. I mean, she obviously has been doing this instead of Heartland, or something. So, support her either way.
For sure. She's been on the show for, I don't do math, but many years. So she's giving
8 years.
She's giving a lot of her, teenage
She
years.
gave her pivotal years to this show.
She wasted her youth doing it.
She wasted her youth.
Because when you think about what kind of stuff you did at that age,
Right.
like going through all the things, and she was filming long hours, and it's just like, I think whatever she's chosen or doing, like, I want to support that.
You wasted a lot of your youth on Heartland stuff too, don't lie.
Yeah, I don't think it's as much as Alicia though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's like 12-hour working days.
Yeah, I only say like 2 hours a day.
So the next thing we want to talk about is just briefly something we thought we address. We've been kind of dancing around it for a while now, and that's because we wanted to make sure that it is okay for us to talk about, and it's about the actor who played Katie from 2019 to 2021. So we checked from them first that if it's okay to talk about this in our podcast, because we want to respect people's choice to, express themselves in the space that they want to express.
Absolutely.
We just wanted to announce that we will refer to them by their name Alex from now on, in case we mention them in the future. And we will not be using their dead name from now on. If any one of you are confused what that means, dead name is this name that is given to a person like after their birth, but usually they have changed it as a part of their gender transition. So we want to respect that and try our best, but we're learning about this, so we might make mistakes, and if we do, we ask you guys to educate us about
call us out. We're trying to be respectful, and please know we did talk to Alex before this happened, so we're talking about this with permission.
Because there has been a lot of talk about the Katie character, and it was important for us that we wouldn't use wrong pronouns or names or anything.
The correct pronouns are he, him, or they, them. What Alex said. So that's how it is. So that's all there is to it.
And if you're interested to know more about this, they posted a video on their TikTok, and I think we also posted on our Instagram. So that's just something that we wanted to address briefly.
Alex_was_taken.
And taken, and the
E's are a 3.
3,
But we can always post this on our Instagram, the username, so you guys can check it out. But
we also hope that you guys are respectful towards Alex, because this is something important to them, to be able to express themselves in the way that
it's important to us to make it a safe place for Alex. That's what this is. And no homophobia will be accepted. We have Alex's back.
Or transphobia.
Him. And everyone else. That's all we're trying to say.
So in the future, if you're confused what we're talking about, this is
feel free to DM us, and we really don't mind explaining, but please be respectful about it. If you're hey, I'm just wondering who this is, so be respectful about it. We don't mind answering your questions.
Something else we also wanted to address was this past week there have been a lot of divide between people.
A division,
because Graham posted something on his Instagram, and Michelle commented on the post, and we're not gonna
we're not getting into
the topic itself, but we thought that we would mention that because some of you might have wondered why we haven't talked about Graham on this podcast. we've talked about Ty, and we feel that there's a separation between the character and the actor who played him. So we hope that you respect our choice not to talk about him. And
Just like we respect your choice to talk about him.
Yeah.
We choose not to.
Yeah, and basically the reason is difference in morals or beliefs or whatever you want to call it.
It's not even like an opinion, it's just downright morals. Our podcast isn't for that stuff, you know?
Yeah,
like,
we don't want to...
That's not us. That's not who we are. That's not what we talk about. That's not what we stand for. So we're like, why should we talk about it? That's basically.
Yeah.
And we ask for respect as we give respect in return.
Yeah. Because we don't want to be those kind of drama channels on
Yeah, we're
YouTube.
not a drama channel.
Yeah. Like
we have fun.
Yeah, like we know that there's a discussion about this, you know, out there, but we're not going to talk about it.
No, we're not going to be part of that.
Yeah. And yeah, we just wanted to mention that that is a choice we have made, and we don't know, you know, what's going to happen with him anyway from now on, because he has made a post about maybe leaving Instagram. So, you know, that's kind of as far as we've been following him in a way. From now on, it's mostly going to be about Ty, and maybe sometimes we mention Graham in the context of Heartland,
right?
But outside of that, you know.
And it doesn't just this isn't just about Graham. This would be about any cast member who was doing this. This has nothing. This isn't a personal thing at all. This is just how it is.
Yeah,
it's not personal.
Yeah,
and Graham chose to leave the show.
He's not on the show anymore, so we don't see a point in, you know, talking about him that much. Ty's dead. We talk about him in the past tense, right? Because like.
But this is a podcast about Heartland. He's not on Heartland anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And I also hope that people would remember that he left the show because of reasons we don't. Yeah. So.
And he clearly wanted to for a long time. So it's like you can't throw that blame around because he said that he wanted to leave.
Yeah. So.
And I know there's a lot going around about the whole directing thing as well. And it's like you know, Michelle directed for a long time before she could direct on Heartland, and I think it was just more about experience than anything personal.
Yeah,
I think.
And I hope that, you know, whatever his reasons for leaving were, that people would respect that, because, you know, obviously right now he's doing something that he finds interesting and is passionate about.
He found his passion, it seems. So I think people should just be supportive of it, and Heartland has nothing to do with that. He wanted to leave.
Yeah, I think that's also kind of in a nutshell what we're doing with the podcast, kind of the choices we've chosen to make. And I think at the end of the day, with season 15 coming soon and everything, I feel maybe all of us feel the same way, that we are extremely thankful that the cast and crew have worked so tirelessly throughout this situation, and, you know, basically just for us to give us entertainment. And of course, you know, they hopefully love their job as well, but like,
well, you have to remember that they have to follow rules, and it's not, this is nothing that we can control. They have rules to follow in their workplace just like every other workplace. And like if you know, people don't comply, then unfortunately they don't have a job.
All these actors and actresses, they spend so much time on this show. Like, it's been going since like what, 2006? Like, of course there's going to be some who are like, oh, we want to leave because of this reason, like we want to grow up and move on, or oh, we want to,
like he did it for 14 years. Was that not enough?
Like, maybe their beliefs and values have changed since then, when they were
right, because people change and they grow into the person that they want to be, I guess, or where they envision themselves going. And Heartland wasn't part of that for him, so we have to respect his decision to leave and move on.
Yeah, and I know from a personal point of view, like I'm almost his age, a little bit younger than him, and to think what I was when I started to watch the show,
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
not the same person anymore.
Absolutely, I agree.
So working so long in a TV show or anything else, that's a lot of your life, and
yeah.
he was kind of like pretending to be someone else for
A very
most
long
of the
time.
year. Yeah, basically. So
And well,
that's
that's
a
the thing.
unique position to be in, and I think a lot of people don't always understand that.
A lot of the older stuff when Graham would have, interviews, or he would talk about Heartland as almost a stepping stone to do something else, right?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And I know he was talking about like how he wanted to do directing and all this stuff. And I mean, sure, there's been cast members on Heartland who have directed, like Chris and Michelle, but they've also had other projects and they've also done stuff. Maybe he just wasn't the right fit for what his vision was to what their vision was, right? Like maybe it was a stepping stone in what he wants to do other than Heartland. Like
maybe he'll go on to do something huge in directing. Like we don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Like
And-
only time will tell.
Yeah, and he always said that he kind of ended up acting like accidentally, like he wasn't planning on doing that. So I think in that context, it's easy to understand why he would, not want to do the show anymore, because he's been doing it for almost 14 years. So
And I mean, he has different hobbies too. Like he was into photography and he wrote a book, and like maybe there's other ventures in life that he wants to explore.
Yeah.
Well, that's just it. That's exactly it. That's the whole point of him leaving, is because he wanted to do other stuff. Like
Yeah. But we will talk about Ty because he's part of Heartland and has been a big part of it.
Yeah, we just did the Ty and Amy deep dive, and that was fun. Like I had a good time talking about it.
Yeah. So from now on, like I don't know if we really talk about anything concerning Graham anymore, because
this will probably be the first and only time we address this.
Yeah, because
this isn't what our podcast is about.
He's kind of, I don't know, going underground because he's
I feel like
kind of leaving Instagram as well, and it seems like he has found his audience, and I don't know if any of us is part of that, but like good for him if
right.
He's found that for himself. And I think that's all for this week's episode. And this was maybe a heavy ending in a way, but
but I'm sure people have been wondering why we haven't talked about it. So
yeah, or if you haven't, well, now you know.
We just continually ask for respect because we have given it.
Yeah, and
like we could have spent this episode trash talking him, but we're not like that.
Yeah,
we just want to keep the peace.
None of this episode has been a personal attack on anybody.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We're just explaining our stance and with great respect for everyone involved. That's it. And it's like that's the bare minimum that we ask in return, is that we respect your opinion and we ask that you do the same for us. That's all we ask.
And this podcast is about Heartland and having fun and kind of like speculating what's gonna happen. And we mentioned,
and like season 15 airs soon. Like what the heck?
What day is it today?
It's the 21st and it's the 17th, so it's literally less than a month.
Yeah. So we're excited to have fun on this podcast and talk about what's going to happen, and that's kind of the goal of this whole thing.
So I have the 2 vlogs coming, but also we're going to do these reaction videos to watching some older episodes. So it's been fun. So
next episode you guys do the podcast, you won't be here, you'll be back home hopefully.
Yeah, if everything goes well at the airport tomorrow. But yes, thank you for joining us for another episode of Heart to Heart. It's a real heart to heart.
Thanks for Jenna tagging along and
providing
shelter for Isabelle.
Thank you for providing shelter, food, and hydration. your time on the podcast.
Oh, it's been fun.
For coming to High River. That was fun.
Well, I mean, you came with us, but yeah.
Yeah, I had the Addies, so you had to take me.
I appreciate it. It was fun.
Thanks. Sorry, I'm hogging.
No, that's okay.
Do you want to say any last words to our listeners, viewers?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
It's been fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like maybe sometime you can join us again
And-
because you have some really good thoughts and points and everything.
And she has some other Heartland stories that like she like will be in the middle of conversation. She's like, "Oh yeah, did I tell you?" And I'm like, "What? What?"
yeah, like
Oh,
we
I have
need to
say
hear
about her dad.
this.
Okay.
I have to tell you guys a quick story about her dad. We're out there in this
His name is Dawn.
Donnie boy. So we're out there. Wait, no, we were upstairs and we were watching Heartland, right? Were we
Yeah.
watching Heartland?
Yeah.
And he's like, we're talking about our crushes on the show. Is that how it was going?
We were talking about how they stopped watching Heartland jokingly after Ty died. Because me and my sister will just watch it by ourselves.
Right. Your dad was joking about how he stopped watching it after Ty died because Ty was his man crush.
And well, so my dad sees all, these comments on Facebook about people being like, I'm not watching because Ty's not there. So my dad will joke about it.
He's
And then
one
I-
of those, like he has a Heartland account, I'm sure. Like he's
Oh, of course.
Like,
He's got it. He's
done.
one of those Graham fan pages.
Yeah, like Graham's
Johnny!
number one fan or something.
Oh, them fighting words. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just joking around.
Amber was nicer to him when he met her. So I'm sure he's an Amber fan.
What?
And he also might have a little man crush on Sean Johnson, just saying.
I mean,
Is that
who
why he has
doesn't?
that mustache? Because he's like, I want to look like.
Oh, cute.
Wait, is your dad gay? No. I was gonna say your poor
Hey,
mom.
sorry, but like it's bi awareness week or something. So
Oh, that's funny.
I hope he never listens to this because
Oh.
he'll be triggered.
if you're listening to this, Donnie, we support you. Like,
Donnie, whenever you want to come out of the closet, we support you.
yeah, like we accept you, and you're perfect.
Stevie.
Oh,
Right.
oh, Steve's also here too.
What are you doing?
What's happening?
He's
Oh,
scratching.
giving kisses.
So he likes to bite my jewelry and swallow it. He's
to-
giving you a back scratch. Look at him go.
If you're not,
He
watching
was worth
this-
every cent of $2,000.
yeah, like if you're not watching this, you should go to YouTube. And,
This is therapy.
yeah. Oh, actually, I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to
What?
keep your noses clean.
Oh, and your powder dry? Like a good boy?
Yeah.
Stop
I guess that's next week.
You heard it. You heard it from the source himself.
Yeah.
First, folks.
You hit it your
Yeah.
first post. That's what it sounded like.
That's all, folks.
Bye. Bye. Love you. Bye.